Hi guys, this is Sadik from TWRP.com. In this video, we'll show you how to flash a custom kernel on the OnePlus phone and then obtain root via it via the KSU Next. So there are a few kernels out there that comes with the inbuilt support for the KSU Next or the KSU. So you could flash those kernels and obtain root as well. But there are two ways of doing so. The first is quite easy one. Simply you have to flash a custom recovery and then flash the kernel via that recovery. Because the kernel are in a zip format, you could simply flash the kernel file via the zip file and that is it. But there are a few phones out there that does not have a custom recovery. So in that case, let me show you what needs to be done. So for that, you'll have to use a kernel flasher app, and the flasher app itself requires root. So first off, you have to obtain root by patching the file of boot or init boot. Once you obtain root, you may then use the kernel flasher app to flash the custom kernel, and then you get the required kernel onto your phone, and then you may also obtain root as well very easily. So I'll show you how all of these can be carried out. So let's get started. The first step is using the recovery file, which I'll not be showing because I've shown this in my earlier video. And if you don't have a recovery, it's of no use. So let me now show you how all of this can be done without using a custom recovery. So please take a backup of all the data on your phone and let's get started. First off, we have to obtain root on the phone. Since we don't have a recovery, we have to obtain root. That can be done by patching and flashing the file of init boot img from the stock ROM. So first off, get the same ROM which is there onto your phone. You may verify it from the settings number. From there, go to version about device and verify it from the version number of your phone. From here as well. In my case, I'm on the latest build, so I can easily get this from the Oxygen Updater app as well. So because I'm already on the newest build, you could see it's the same build. Just give me a second. So you may easily get the file from here. And I got the ROM file onto my phone, then transfer the file onto your PC, then extract the file of init boot img from the using the tool of Fireboot Enhance. I'll show you how. So first off, let's get the tool of Fireboot Enhance. The format file will be in a zip format, something like this, random name zip. Let me show you. So first off, extract this, and then you will get the file of payload bin file. Let me show you how and what is that. So it will be something like this. Copy the file of payload bin file from here and transfer the file inside Fireboot Enhance tool. This is the file. Now launch the Fireboot Enhance tool via the exe file from here. Then go to payload dumper, click on browse, choose the payload bin file, which is over here. Click on open. Go to partition tab, choose the file of init boot. It's very important. Allow incremental, extract image, choose the location. Let's say a new folder on the desktop. It's there. So choose the location, then click on OK. And wait for a few seconds, and with this we have now got the file, init boot file from the same firmware which is there onto our phone. Let me just verify it once. New folder. This is the file. Once you have got the file, copy the file from here and paste the file onto your phone. So let's first enable the file transfer mode. Starting this device, file transfer, verify it's me. Okay. And now copy the file from here. This is a stock init boot file. Paste the file onto your phone. Likewise, also get the file of the KSU Next app onto your phone from the official their GitHub page. Let's open it over here and let's just see what is the file version. The newest build is version 3.0.0. Okay, well and good. Expand it, click on show all asset. Okay, not required. This is the APK file which we have got it just now. Start download. And let's now transfer this file onto our phone as well. In just a few seconds, the KSU Next app is over here. Transfer it onto your phone. So as of now, we have got both the file of init boot and the KSU Next app. So now let's patch the file by the KSU Next app. And for that, you need to install the KSU Next app onto your phone. Install. Then now tap on not installed. Select a file. Let's choose the file of init boot img, the stock file which we have just got it onto our phone. Init boot file is this one. Tap on next. We'll now patch the file. Patching is done. It's in the phone's folder of downloads. Let me enable file transfer once again. From here, verify it's me. Okay, it's done now. So inside the phone's download folder, the file should be there. Just give me a second. Download is here. There are a couple of files. Let me verify it once. The file's ending name is 192457, which is this one. So copy the file from here, paste the file inside platform tools folder over here, and do a renaming. Let's rename to something shorter. Let's say KSU. Hit enter, and once that is done, now boot the phone to the fast boot mode and flash this patch file. So for that, first off, enable USB debugging, and obviously the phone should be unlocked beforehand. So verify if that is the case or not. If not boot to fast boot mode, then use the command fast boot flashing unlock to unlock the phone. If that's all well and good, type on version number 7 times, then go back, system update, dev options, and in my case, you could see phone is already unlocked, well and good. Enable USB debugging from here, and now boot the phone to fast boot mode. So type in cmd over here, hit the enter key, then type in the command of adb reboot bootloader, hit enter. The phone should now be in the fast boot mode. Okay, in this case, simply change it to charging only from file transfer. Now once again use the command, and now the phone should be in the fast boot mode in just a few seconds. When that is the case, type in the command of fastboot flash partition name, which is the initboot partition, file name which we have just used, the patch initboot file, it's ksu.img in our case, ksu.img, hit the enter key. The flashing will now start, take only a few seconds. When that is done, let's now reboot the phone to the OS. You must also use the fastboot reboot command or hit the power key. In both the case, the phone should now be in the OS in just a few seconds. And now we would have obtained root by the KSU app. Let's first verify it. After that, we could easily install the kernel flasher app and then flash the kernel onto our phone, the required kernel of your choice. Just give it a few more seconds and then we should be in the OS. Unlock the phone. And now first off, launch the KSU Next app. And you could see it's working in the LKM mode, no issue whatsoever. Now your first action is to flash the kernel flasher app. And using that app, we could then flash the custom kernel of our choice. So for that, first flash the required app, which is the kernel flasher app from this link. Get the file and install it onto your phone. I have the APK file onto my phone already. APK is not installed kernel flasher. So, okay, one more thing. In my case, I had to use this app version, which is the allow errors or else they for not working. Let me show you what I mean. If I use the normal version, normal is the version 1.0 alpha. In this case, if I use the alpha build of the app, let me show you what was happening in fact. And now let me launch the app. It might work for you, but I had having a few issues earlier. You could see root is required, okay, which is quite an optional step. Nothing to worry about over here. So launch the KSU app, go to modules. Sorry, go to the super user. Choose the KernelSU app, do a refresh once. The kernel flasher app, enable SU. It's enabled now. So once again, close the app from the backend. Okay, it's not open in my case. Now launch the app of kernel flasher once again, which is over here. And the issue in my phone was invalid RAM disk in boot IMG. So I was not able to use this app of kernel flasher. So let's first remove this app. If you're able to use it, well and good. But did not work for me. I am using the allow errors build of this ROM. So in my case, I had to use the allow errors version of the file, this app. So let's use that one only. Allow errors to this one, APK, install, launch it. Okay, don't launch it now, tap on done. Again, go to the app of KernelSU Next. Go back, do a refresh once. Choose the kernel flasher app once again. It's enabled super user from here. It's shown as root now, well and good. Launch this build of the app now and this should not have any issue. Although it might show the warning in the yellow sign, but that's all normal. You could see, simply skip that. Now check the slot suffix, it's B slot in my case. So tap on the active slot. From here, choose it, view. And first off, please back up the boot, at least the boot slot, if not the others. If you want, take a backup of all of them. That will be the best course of action. So it's all your choice, do a backup. Or if you want, at least take a backup of the boot slot, if not all. In my case, I've taken a backup of all the slots of my phone. So when that is done, first off, please transfer the backup onto your PC, which is quite an obvious step. File transfer, and let's transfer the backup onto my PC. I have to first verify whether it's the backup location of the backup. I'm not quite sure about that. So just give me a second. First off, I'll have to see the backup locations. Kernel flasher, okay, over here only. This is the backup. Let's copy the folder from here, and I have a backup onto my OnePlus. Okay, let's do it over here only. Okay, just a second. Rename it to rename it to kernel flasher backup, kernel flasher for the OnePlus 11, OP11 A16 kernel flasher. So we have got the backup. For at the very least, you should have at least the boot file. If not the others, please have, okay, it's the JSON file, no issues. At the very least, you should have the boot file, if not the others. So anyways, now let's try to flash the custom kernel of our choice. For the custom kernel, you could have a look at my article over here, and from there, open the link and then get the job done for the custom kernel. Just give me a second. You could get the required kernel app from here for the custom kernel for the OnePlus phones. It has for all the OnePlus phone near about, and these custom kernel supports the SULFS as well and the KSU as well. Both of them are supported. Scroll down, and from here, from this section, you could see asset for all the OnePlus phones are there. So for mine is the OnePlus 11. Also have a look at the OS version. So OP11 my phone, OxygenOS 16. Let's get it from here. Start download. This will just take a few seconds. Compressed. The kernel file, we have got it. Let's transfer the file onto our phone. Copy the file from here. Paste the file onto your phone over here. And now you could flash the file via the kernel flasher app. So unlock it. Just to repeat, from here, choose the active slot. Slot B in my case. Type on view. Then flash. Flash AK3 zip. And we have the custom kernel over here. AK3 OP11 for the OnePlus 16. Flashing will now start and will take just a few seconds. It's now done. So when that is complete, tap on reboot and choose reboot once again. Now once the phone boots to the OS, we should be having the custom kernel of our choice, and also obtained root by the KSU Next as well. So just give me a second, I'll verify that, and then I'll show you one more step how to go back to the stock. As and when the need arises, you may go back to stock as well with ease. So let's first wait for a few seconds. You may have a look at my article. The steps are given there. All the links are there as well for all the modules of your choice. So flash it. Just verify it for your phone only and for your OS version. That is very important from here. Anyways, we are now inside the OS. So we should now have a custom kernel of our choice. Let's first verify. I'm using the wild kernel from here. Wild kernels. So search and kernel version. Let's see. You could see OP wild. So OnePlus wild kernel we are currently using. So we are now on the custom kernel of our choice. We also have obtained root from the KSU Next app. So, okay, for the last thing, if you want to go back to the stock kernel, then please don't remove the root first off. Keep the root as it is. First off, you have to remove the custom kernel from your phone and go up to the stock kernel. If you've taken a backup, then that's quite easy. Simply launch the kernel flasher app, then tap on your slot, then restore. You have a restore, tap on that, it will be done. But let's suppose you don't have a backup. In that case, you will have to first get the same firmware which is there onto your phone, verify it from the phone's build number or version number. Once you've got it, extract the firmware and then get the file, boot.img file. So let me show you once again. Fireboot enhance tool. This is the payload bin file which I've shown you just now. So now extract the boot.img file from the same firmware. Boot.img. Okay, you have to turn caps off. Choose it. Allow incremental, extract image. Choose the location. Let's say desktop, new folder. Click on OK. It will now do the extraction in a few seconds. That is complete as well. So just wait. Click on OK. And now you may transfer the file onto your phone, the stock boot.img file, which is quite obvious. You have to enable the transfer of file transfer from here. And then first off, copy the boot.img file. This is the one which you have just used. Copy it, paste the file onto your phone. Anywhere will do. So I have a file. Let's first remove that. And now paste the file which you have just got. Now to flash the file, either boot the phone to fastboot mode, then flash the stock boot.img file, or you may simply flash the file from the app itself. So launch the kernel flasher app and choose your active slot. In my case, the slot B, where we have the kernel as well. View, flash, partition image file. Choose the boot partition, boot file. So the best way is to simply restore the backup from here, the flasher app itself. But if you don't have the backup, in that case, extract the stock boot.img file from the firmware, then flash the file via the kernel flasher app or using the fireboot command, fireboot flash boot boot.img file. But please do not remove root unless you have removed the custom kernel, or else the phone will be in the heartbeat state. So to avoid that, first off, remove the custom kernel and only then you may remove the root if required. I'll show you now. We have the stock onto our phone. We are back with the stock kernel app, and after that you may now easily remove the root if required. It's just for the namesake I'm now showing you. So we are now back with the stock kernel. Just verify it once from the settings menu, search kernel, which is over here, kernel version, and you could now see we are back on the stock kernel. So it was quite easy step. So if you don't have a custom recovery, first off, extract the file of init boot, patch it via the KSU Next app, flash via fireboot command, you will be obtaining root. After that, once that is complete, install the kernel flasher app, give it the root access from the KSU app, then flash the custom kernel using the kernel flasher app in the AKT zip slot via that only. Once the flashing is complete, tap on reboot, and that is it. You will now have the root and as well as the custom kernel to go back to stock. Either restore the backup or flash the stock boot IND file, and that is it. So guys, that's all from this video. If you have any query, let me know in the comment section, and thank you for watching the video.